Well, as we're recording this right now, we're in standard time over here in the States. And yesterday was a great example of it for me. My wife and I always do date night on Tuesdays. And I put a time limit that I was giving myself to work yesterday because I wanted to go with her to see a sunset.
Mhm.
And just getting out in nature, seeing the sunset, getting away from it all made me feel so restored from the pressure and angst of the day. So there really is some magic to this. And by doing that, it lets you reset as well. So glad you
Yes.
wrote
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, that's
as
right.
we're having this discussion today, if Meditations for Mortals were to be read by someone at a turning point in their life, someone who's stuck, maybe they don't know what truly matters or can't focus on it, what idea from the book do you think would impact them the most?
That's an interesting question, and it would, of course, depend on circumstances. But I think one that means a lot to me is this idea of the importance of just actually doing the thing. I'll explain
Okay.
what I mean by this. I think it's very tempting in the kind of situation you describe, if you're not just completely despairing, it's very tempting instead to decide to plan some enormous life transformation. Okay, from now on, I'm going to develop the habit of doing this or this every single day. Or maybe you're in a sort of depressed phase, and then when you come out of it, you get into this, okay, now's a different time, big fresh start, whatever. And what I want to emphasize in that, it's the chapter of the book specifically called Kayaks and Super Yachts, which is an analogy that I don't need to explain here necessarily, but is one I find helpful. The thing you need to do is not worry, if you can, about big life transformations or about becoming the kind of person who exercises plentifully or is very good at listening or something like or focuses on the people who the thing you need to do is just do it once, like for 10 minutes, badly. Just that any level of performance should be acceptable in the early phases of getting out of a rut like this, provided that it's a level that exists in concrete reality. To pick sort of physical exercise example, going on one walk for 20 minutes is immeasurably more valuable than the greatest plans for what you propose to do in the future, the kind of person you propose to become later. And one way I've expressed this in some of my writing is like to do with being willing to move forward if you're 70% sure of something or 70% happy with what you've produced. That's another way of getting at the same idea, right? It's this sort of it's the willingness to reach out to somebody if you're in a very low place, or make an inquiry about some area that you're interested in working in, or write a paragraph of something that you're interested in writing. The willingness to let yourself do that while feeling, oh, this is no good, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back and do it every day, but to do it anyway, that is so much more valuable. That's the battle to win, the willingness to just do a little bit of the thing, far more than going to motivational seminars and getting pumped up about how you're going to make a massive change in your life. The massive changes can come, but they come from this willingness to just do something.